Good morning, guys, on day 2 on the Camino Portuguese, the central route. Talking to you guys from the highway from hell with a very narrow shoulder. We still gotta walk just for a little bit, not too much. Woke up this morning like at 5:45 because pilgrims started waking up. But I know it's too dark for me to be recording, so I decided to wait a little bit, did my things, brush my teeth, pack my bag. The fan last night, it was just perfect. I filled it up with water. I had the cartridge. It's just like a kind of like a plastic radiator. Put it on the freezer and put it back on that device once it was frozen, and it just kept me nice and cool the entire night. So today we got a 27-kilometer day ahead to Barcelos, a town that from the pictures that I've seen, it looks very nice. It's gonna be a long day just like yesterday, walking on the countryside. It is a foggy morning right now. The sun hasn't come out yet. We still got a little bit of the light and the street lights, and yeah, let's go for it. So after literally crossing a river of trash, we made it to the Ave River and the Ponte de Sameiro from 1885, the first highlight of the day. There's also the water mill and the waterfalls with the ducks. Incredible place just to get the day started. I already saw a bunch of pilgrims pass by, so I think I'm gonna start to see more people along the way. We got the first town. I still haven't had breakfast because, of course, where I stayed last night, the shops start opening around 7 or 8 o'clock, and I left like at 6:30. But no problems. I grabbed a couple of crackers there from the kitchen, Donativo, just like the soda that I got yesterday. And I'm sure I'm gonna find something along the way. I'm gonna have to start picking up the trash maybe around this area because there's just way too much, and we all have to do our part, right? The biggest difference so far between the central and the coastal route, I have to say, is how much walking you have to do on dangerous roads with very narrow shoulders, and we are only on day 2. This better change. guess is gonna have to wait. Every single town that I pass through, the cafes are closed. I don't know why. I talked to one of the locals there, and he told me that there's one like 3 kilometers away. So today is gonna be one of those days where I'm walking on an empty stomach. But not to worry, because I met a group of pilgrims already, 2 Italians, that we spent the night yesterday talking there. And what a character. Samuel just, he was just telling me all the stories of all the caminos that he's done.
Yes, so sorry, we speak all the language. It's Sikul English. I speak
So what's your name?
like Jersey Shore. Sam, the Uncle Sam, I want you.
Where are you from?
Sicily. Like
Sicily?
yes, like New Jersey, it's the same. Sicily or New Jersey is the same.
When do you start it?
Camino.
The Camino?
The Camino now I start in Porto
2 days.
2 days ago, but I do 4 Camino of Santiago and 1 to Jerusalem.
One to Jerusalem.
Yeah,
How was that
fucking hell.
experience?
Yes, rocket, bomb, Kalashnikov,
Wow.
hard experience in Palestine. In
Wow.
Palestine.
When was this? What year?
2020.
Was it worth it?
No, sorry, it was 2019 in January. 2019 to 2020. Yeah, started the 27th of December and they finish the 11th of January.
What's your favorite Camino?
Camino, I don't, it's all. I
All
don't
of them.
know.
The
All
last
of them.
one, huh?
All of them. The last one,
The
yes.
last
The
one is
last
always
one.
the best
Always
one.
the last one is the best, yeah.
So why?
Cheers, dude. It's totally awesome.
Why are you doing this one?
I don't know.
You don't know. Where do you hear about it?
Something bring me, I think some feeling to my heart. They bring me to Santiago way.
Right.
Sorry for my English. I speak.
It's okay. Mine is bad too.
Hey yo.
What's with your outfit? What does that
This is
mean?
Italiano style. Huh? This
Italiano style?
fashion.
Más o menos, no es vero.
No,
It's not
fashion pilgrim, fashion week, fashion pilgrim style. You see? Yeah.
All right. What about you? What's your name?
Emanuela,
Where are
hi.
you from? Italian?
Italy, yes, from
Italy?
Milan.
And why are you doing this Camino then?
Why?
Why?
I don't know, I just want to do something alone by myself, so
You're
I'm
on
here.
your own, and now you're with a group of pilgrims, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
had a great time.
I'm never
last night.
alone.
No, never. You
Never.
always start alone, and you end up with a family or a
Yeah.
family here. And how many Caminos have you done, or this is your first one?
This is my first one, yeah. I've never done Camino in my life.
Why didn't you do the Camino Frances then?
Because at the beginning I was going to do the coastal one
The
because I
coastal.
love the ocean.
Mhm.
And so I decided that. Then I changed my plan.
You changed your plane.
Yeah, because I want to see the inside
Right.
Portugal, yeah.
So, great. And how do you like the experience so far?
Mm?
How do you like the Camino so far? This Camino.
How?
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. It's the beginning,
Uh-huh.
but at the moment I love it. Yeah, the experience, people, and everything. Yeah.
Great morning all around. Cool temperatures. It's still super cloudy, which is great on a 27-kilometer day. So right now I'm just dying to get my first coffee. Samuel was kind enough to give me a banana, so that's all I have now in my stomach, which is not bad. And we were all talking about how few pilgrims are here on the Camino, especially for mid-August. I was expecting this to be, kind of like the way it was in May on the Camino Frances. That's kind of why I had to do all my reservations and use the luggage transfer service. By the way, the luggage transfer service that I'm using, Bilbao, something like that. I'll put the name or the link in the description down below. They're great. They have something that I haven't seen before because in Spain I have used Correos and I have also used Jagotrans, but they have an app, and the app lets you know, they send you a notification the minute they pick up the luggage, and then they send you another one when they drop it off, which is always great to know. Because I remember this past May when I was on the Camino Frances, leaving Astorga, and I walked to Fonsebadon. When I got there, realized the luggage wasn't there yet, but I had an air tag on my luggage and I saw that it was still at the albergue in Astorga. So I called the company and they told me that it was on his way. I checked the air tag and he said that it was at a pizzeria in Astorga. So I just gave the guy a couple of hours to have lunch and it arrived just in time. So yeah, coffee, man. I need it. I need it badly now.
Hola, buen camino.
Buen camino. Breakfast came at 10 in the morning at this cafe right next to the church and also facing a small chapel. And I had a cafe con leche and a ham and cheese sandwich because I was starving. I also had some orange juice and I had the time there while I was sitting to do 2 wax stamps to my new Brazilian friends. They went for the Tree of Life and for the pulpo. Yesterday I did a heart and I also did the scallop shell. So yeah, tank is full. It's gonna be a long day. So the sun is already cracking through the clouds, through the mist. It's starting to warm up a little bit. So I put on my hat and took out my my sunglasses. Let's continue. Andiamo. The Italians, they drink coffee, but this guy drinks beer.
Piano piano.
It's
piano
11.
piano,
It's
piano
11
piano.
in the morning, you know. It's getting extremely hot, and there's nothing colder than a beer at a bar.
The day just beginning. The day just beginning.
Yeah?
Piano piano.
Well, let's start it in the right foot.
Okay. Enjoy. Salud.
Salud.
Piano piano. Ciao, follow it.
Always something happening on the Camino. Just after we crossed the 209 kilometer marker to Santiago, actually closer to 208. We came across this Italian pilgrim on the side of the road. He was taking care of a stray dog that was having a tough time. He said he would take a few steps and had to lay down. So we were there. Everybody started calling different numbers. We got sent from one place to the next, from private clinics to eventually the municipal, which they sent a truck to pick him up. They checked his tags. He had no tags, and then they took him away. He was still alive, but in bad shape. So, you know, we were there for a while. I used my umbrella to give him some shade and my fan just to keep him cool a little bit. And now we're gonna continue on. We're at the halfway point of the day already. Maybe catch something to eat at the next bar. We did our good deed today. I love dogs. I used to have 5 of them. I'm down to 1. So that one hit close to home. Well, after that sad moment that we had with the dog, let's move on to better news. We just had lunch. We actually had to detour from the Camino about 50 meters to this bar that was just full of locals playing cards. One of the guys, I mean, just look at him. Does he remind you of someone? We had a massive lunch. I had a steak with eggs and fries and a salad, and I also had a beer, sparkling water, and coffee. And all of that was around 10 euros. Not too bad, huh? We all had our different plates. We sat there, rested. I had the fan on the whole time. All the locals were looking at me like, what the heck? But I don't care, I don't mind. And now we're back on the Camino. We still got about, what is it, like 11 or 12 kilometers to go, so about 2 hours. We're full. It's super hot. Right now, we're kind of escaping from the sun here in the Camino, walking by this little path with the shade. I love these walls, the stone walls. And up ahead is just a little bit of a view. The cornfields. Today we've been walking through cornfields like crazy.
Per la gente che ama soltanto te e tutti sti chilometri l'ho fatti perché e caro Santiago tu sei il santo preferito per me per la gente che ama soltanto te.
Made it to Barcelos after crossing this medieval bridge at 5:07 in the afternoon, and the group has already splintered because they were trying to look for Anna Burgay, and since I have a reservation, I have a place to be. My luggage is already waiting for me over there, and that last stretch, man, it was a good one. I have never walked so much on roads, busy roads with so much traffic and very or non-existent shoulder on the road. So it was very dangerous, and this is the second day and it doesn't get any easier. I did some cleaning in the forest, and did I tell you that I brought a whip? Yes, I did, a 5-foot nylon performance hybrid whip, and I gave it a few cracks in a tunnel. Now that is something else, isn't it? So let's go ahead and find the albergue and settle in because it is super late and I need to take a shower. I thought about doing laundry, but it's not gonna happen. I may have to do it tomorrow in Casa Fernanda. I'm hoping they have a washer and a dryer. If not, yesterday I bought some detergent so I could do it there. Tomorrow's gonna be a 20-kilometer day, so I should be getting there way before 5 p.m. so I can at least have some time for the clothes to dry. The albergue where I'm staying is a Donativo, and it has one of those showers that is a shared shower, which I don't really find them appealing at all. But then again, you know, what can I ask for? At least I was in there by myself. Settled into my bottom bunk bed in a 3-bedroom room with a view to the courtyard. I managed to plug in all my electronics just to charge them up. And of course the fan is a lifesaver. That is the one piece of gear, actually the 2 fans that I have, that is just saving my butt here on this Camino. And I cannot recommend it enough. Right now, I'm on my way back to the restaurant where I just had dinner. It's a Thai restaurant. I saw it on Google Maps and I decided I had to try the pad Thai and also the caipirinha. When I was there, the owner told me that the credit card machine is broken and I didn't have any cash, so he let me go back to the albergue just to get some money without taking anything as collateral. Just such a nice guy. The place has a great atmosphere and I'm almost there right now. Tomorrow's gonna be another beautiful day here, but 14 kilometers going to one albergue that everybody recommended that I should go, so I'm really looking forward to it. Wow. By the way, I forgot to do it yesterday, so I'm gonna do it today. I have to thank today's trail angel, and that will be Susan. You guys know Susan. She's been donating for the longest time. She's also a channel member and one of my number 5 in the top 5 followers that I have. So thank you so much, Susan, for your continued support and for your friendship. See you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m.